There is a new model in the Titan family of rifle scopes that we've been working on for quite a while. We're pretty excited to announce this because it's quite a feature-rich product for its price point, and we will be doing a full sort of comparison video between the new 3-18 and the existing 5-25, just to help you guys choose a rifle scope for your specific shooting purpose. But for now, let's focus on the new 3-18 and run through its features. The Titan range of scopes are our mid-range 34mm main tube rifle scopes, and they're really built for precision long-range shooting applications. Starting from the back, we have a fast focus eyepiece just for getting your reticle in focus for your eye, and moving forward we've got the magnification ring. Now you'll see this is a 3-18 magnification rifle scope. That's a 6x zoom optical system, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, while the 5-25 Titan was a 5x zoom optical system. So that's quite a versatile magnification range, with 3x giving you a really wide field of view, and 18x giving you enough magnification to really see fine details at extended ranges. Now it is quite difficult to achieve good optical performance with such a broad magnification range. However, the Titans do have ED glass with lanthanide lens elements, which helps to put them a class above the Helix rifle scopes. Now, the Titan does also have 17 lenses in total, which is quite a bit more than the 13 lenses in the Helix models. That does make the scope a little bit heavier, but it also improves optical performance. So if you're willing to carry the extra weight, you will reap the benefits. This is a first focal plane rifle scope, which means that as you zoom in and out, your reticle zooms with your image. This is great because you don't have to do any mental math. Your reticle is always calibrated. The challenge with the first focal plane rifle scope, especially with such a broad magnification range, is getting your line thickness correct, but we feel that we've done pretty well on this front. The 3-18 will be offered with two reticle options, the APR 2D in MRAD and the APR 2D in MOA, both of which feature tapered bars to draw your eye to the center when being used at low magnifications, and illumination, which allows you to still see your reticle when hunting in low light at low magnification. What we've also done with the APR reticles, for those of you who want to use the holdover marks at lower magnifications, we've actually made the numbers at the bottom of the reticle larger, so that when you zoomed out you can still read them. There's no point making these numbers extremely small if you're actually not going to even see them when you zoomed in, but when you zoomed out you want to be able to read them, and obviously when you zoomed out everything gets smaller. So the numbers get bigger as you go down, and that's something that will help you to actually use these holdover markings at low magnification as opposed to just trying to count them, which is obviously a nightmare. Of course, the APR 2D is primarily built for precision rifle and long range applications, so we have features like the mil or MOA scale, with each line equaling exactly 1 click for precise target measurements and quick zeroing. We have numbered markings to help you find your hold point in high pressure situations. And we have the Christmas tree dots that give the APR 2D variant the D or dirty name. And of course, if you're zooming in or out, you might need extra leverage. We do include a removable throw lever. If you don't want it there, just unscrew it and it's out of your way. As mentioned earlier, this is a 34mm tube rifle scope. Many people think that that improves light transmission. It doesn't, that's a myth. But what it does do is it gives you more elevation travel. This is the erector tube that moves around inside of your main body tube. And as you can see here, if your erector tube is sitting in front here and your turrets are pressing up or down with a spring at the bottom to hold them in place, you get more elevation travel and more room for this tube to move if you have a larger diameter body tube. And this is where the 3-18 really shines, because the 3-18 has total elevation travel of 150 MOA or 43.5 mils. That's massive. That'll get you out to way past a mile, even with a pretty mild cartridge. This really sort of opens the door for ELR or extreme long range shooting applications, because you don't need to worry too much about a tilted or adjustable mount. All the travel you need is built into the scope, although we do recommend having some sort of tilt if you're going to shoot long range to keep the erector tube in its optical center where you're going to get the best optical performance. Moving forward, we get to the meat and potatoes of any precision rifle scope, and that's the turrets. Mechanical performance is absolutely key for any precision shooting applications. If your turrets don't track when you're trying to dial, it's not a precision rifle scope. So we've put a lot of effort into these turrets. We are utilizing the same turret design as on the 5 to 25 Titan. We've got 10 milliradians or 25 MOA per revolution. We've got a numbered pillar at the bottom so you can see which revolution you're on when you're dialing up. This is quite important for extreme long range shooting applications. When you're dialing multiple turns, you need to be able to see which turn you're on. And then of course we've got our hard mechanical zero stop. When you come back to zero, you can set it to stop hard at your 0 point, and that's obviously saves you a lot of time and a lot of stress. You don't have to doubt where your 0 point is, you simply turn it back and it's there. As with most of our precision rifle scopes, the 3 to 18 does also have a tool-free turret reset system. So if you've just zeroed your rifle scope at a specific point and you want to slip your scales back to 0, you don't need to carry any tools. You simply loosen the top cap by hand, which allows you to slip up the top turret cap, put it back on 0, the teeth will line up, push it down on 0, and from here you take your top cap and you tighten it back down, and you don't need to be fumbling around for tools out in the field. It's that simple, your turret's set back to 0. And one more thing I should mention, you asked for a compact windage turret. There you go, windage turret on the 3 to 18 Titan is significantly smaller than the elevation turret, and your scope will fit a little bit better in your rifle case or bag now. To the left of the turrets we have the parallax dial. This focuses down to 10 meters or yards and all the way up to infinity. This allows it to be used on air rifles and rimfires, and you can get focused really close, but it also has some uses for centerfire rifles. If you want to do dry fire training indoors, you can put a target out at 10 meters in your house and you can practice your dry firing in your house. This is becoming quite popular and a lot of people are asking for this. So that's something we've thought about. To the outside of your parallax dial, you've got the illumination dial. This has 6 settings with an off position between each illumination setting. This is so that you are always only one click away from your preferred illumination setting. You don't have to dial all the way up from 0 to your setting you want. You can simply put it on the off position next to the setting you want, and you're always one click away from where you need it. And lastly, moving right to the front, we have our objective lens. Now, this is a 50mm objective lens, which is obviously smaller than the 56mm objective lens that's on the 5 to 25 Titan. You may think that bigger is always better, but that's not really the case. You do not necessarily need the bigger objective lens when you're talking about a magnification range like this, 3 to 18 times. The 56mm does give you slightly better light gathering, but that's only really needed at your higher magnification ranges. There are also some benefits of having a smaller objective lens. For example, this is a more compact rifle scope. It's shorter, it's lighter, you can mount it a bit closer to your barrel. So if you want that compact form factor, this is a great option. But the 50mm objective lens also, from an optical performance point of view, does have its benefits. You have a deeper depth of field with a smaller objective lens because the light is not being bent at such extreme angles on the outer edges of the lens. So if you're engaging targets at different distances, you won't need to parallax quite as much to get that target clearly in focus. And also, having that smaller objective lens and not having to bend that light at such extreme angles on the edges means that your optical clarity is going to be really good with less chromatic aberration and just overall a better image. I've done plenty of hunting with the scope during pre-production testing, and I found it to be a very forgiving and very capable optical system. We do also include a 3-inch sunshade with your rifle scope and plastic flip-up caps just in case you want to sort of protect your lenses while you're out hunting. And that is the 3 to 18 Titan, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you are shooting at extreme distances and need that crazy elevation travel, or whether you're taking part in a PRS match and you just need reliable tracking and an intelligent reticle, or whether you're just a hunter and you need to dial back to 3 times magnification for a big field of view, this is a really versatile rifle scope, and I think it's definitely worth considering. Now, our team at Element Optics has extensive experience with different shooting applications, whether it's hunting, competition shooting, or just military involvement. And so we know what it takes to create a solid rifle scope. And we've introduced very stringent quality control tests. When you purchase a 3-18 Titan, you will get a quality inspection tag, which is signed by the person carrying out the final inspection procedures. So you know that you're getting a scope that has gone through some pretty strict checks. And if something were to go wrong, you have the peace of mind of knowing that all of our rifle scopes are covered by our Platinum lifetime warranty. For more information, you can visit element-optics.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.